Hey everyone, and welcome to the Adam Kiss Show. So right off the bat, I have some questions for you. What is the best genre of movie? What's your favorite genre of movie? Heck, what's my favorite genre of movie? All great questions, and all questions that we're going to get into right now in this episode of the Adam Kiss Show. But before we get into those subjects, definitely take a moment, please subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you're updated whenever we upload a new video, and comment below what other things you'd like me to talk about. All right, let's get right into it. So in the first place, I just want to clarify that I don't think, because film is an art, I don't think that there is any such thing as best or worst. In a certain way, like with all the awards that happen in film and stuff, there's really no clear way. Like with sports, you can argue who a winner is on a team or something because whoever kicks the soccer ball into the net first and the most times wins, or whoever dunks the ball in the hoop in basketball wins, or whoever gets the most home runs, or all kinds of things with those sports that you can actually measure. But with any kind of art or film, it's all based on opinion. There is no best, there's no worst, there's really no good or bad. It doesn't really exist. There's no such thing as a completely good film or a completely bad film. It's all based on people's opinions. Some things that some of the very highbrow critics may think is the greatest movie in the world, a regular person may watch it and say, oh, what is this? It doesn't make any sense at all. Or vice versa, something that an average person might look at and say, oh, that's a great, entertaining movie. One of the critics may say, oh, that is absolutely not good at all. So all kinds of things like that. It's all over the place. It's all over the map. There's opinions everywhere. Everyone's got an opinion. Well, what's that famous quote? Everyone has an opinion, right? The point I'm trying to make is there's no best movie or best genre or best anything really in life. I mean, I think you'd be hard pressed to say anything in life is really the best of something or the worst of something, because again, best and worst are opinion terms. Something might be the most effective this or the most effective that or the least effective or etc. There's more measurable terms than best and worst, but best and worst are tricky terms. But what I can do is I can talk about some of my favorite genres, and perhaps what I should start with is some of my least favorite genres. So on this channel, everybody knows that some of my least favorite genres, personally, are westerns and science fiction films. Now, there's some movies within these genres that are my absolute favorite movies of all time. Certainly in both cases, in science fiction and westerns, some of the movies that fall within those categories are my absolute favorites. But just as a whole, generally, they're not necessarily my thing. Now, things that are my thing, I mean, I love, for example, a lot of romantic dramas or epic films. You know, I love David Lean, as everyone on this channel knows. David Lean, from things like Brief Encounter all the way through to Bridge on the River Kwai, Lawrence of Arabia, Dr. Zhivago, Ryan's Daughter, Passage to India, etc. That was essentially the chronological order of his films. After Brief Encounter, he did several other movies, but after Bridge on the River Kwai, he slowed down and he did a lot of these great epic movies, which I'm absolutely a huge fan of. I definitely love adventure movies. I'm a fan of the James Bond movies as well, so that's kind of action-adventure style films. I'm definitely a fan of film noir. You know, The Third Man is one of my favorite films, as well as those great Humphrey Bogart noirs like The Maltese Falcon, The Big Sleep, things like that. I absolutely love them. I love a lot of foreign films, so Ingmar Bergman is certainly one of my favorite directors. I love Fellini. I love Godard in France, and Godard and Truffaut in the French New Wave. I absolutely love them, as well as a lot of those other films of the French New Wave. I think those are absolutely incredibly inspirational. I think that a lot of my taste does lie in European films or things like that, just because it's very much my style. I mean, my recent film, My Last Words, I like to think it's very much in a European style of film. And don't ask me to define that. It's just something I feel in my heart, that it's European style. It's not so plot-centric. It's about the characters. It's about the relationships. It's about all of that fun stuff. And that's what I absolutely love. I love movies also that are very plot-centric, or like adventure movies that are all about the plot, and this happens, then this happens, this happens, this happens. That's also great. But I've written movies like that. I mean, I've written like 14 screenplays in my life so far, feature-length screenplays, 14 feature-length finished screenplays in my life. So I absolutely love all kinds of genres, and I've written them in all kinds of genres. So I'm excited to get to work on all of those, producing and making all of those in the future. I absolutely love it all, and I think that that's really the most important thing. I just have a love of filmmaking and films, and you know, I don't have a favorite genre. I just love all kinds of movies, films, etc., whatever you want to call them. I think that they're just all unique in their own way. And that's not a politician's answer, that's just because I love so many different things. So those are some of my thoughts on some of the best genres and types of movies that there are. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time. And definitely leave a comment below what other videos you'd like me to do. That's all, folks.